I've been reviewing stand mixers lately. I'm Erin from TechGadgetsCanada.com, and after shopping around and seeing how expensive KitchenAid stand mixers are, I was inspired to see what could still work just as hard, but potentially cost me less. My search led me to the Kitchenin Stand Mixer I found on Amazon. In this review, I'll look at the build quality and what you get, I'll test it out on a variety of baking and mixing tasks, and I'll let you know if I can recommend it for you. An early heads up, if you end up liking this video and finding it helpful, to please hit that like button and do consider becoming a subscriber. Both those things help me keep making more videos that I hope everyone out there gets to watch, enjoy, and learn from.
Let's take a look at the Kitchenin Stand Mixer and what you get. This is a tilt head mixer with what's called planetary motion. That essentially means both the arm and the attachments move in a circular motion, and this tends to provide really good mixing and bowl coverage. One of the main selling points on this unit is price. It sells for around $219 US, which is significantly less than most other high-end mixers. Right away, this stand mixer looks different. With an industrial chic design, the mixer is all metal and it's heavy and feels solidly built. The base uses a very neat, almost open paperclip style design that in the photos on Amazon I wasn't sure I was going to like, but in person it's actually pretty cool. This mixer, unlike some other very cheap ones on Amazon, is all metal construction. There's no plastic here whatsoever. It does also have non-skid feet. The mixing head features a brushed finish in some fun colors. This is orange. The lever to lift the mixing head is on the back, and the action is smooth. There's a control knob on the side, and this mixer has 8 speeds, plus a digital display that shows you your total mixing time per session. Initially, I thought this was a bit superfluous, but as you'll see, it came in really handy. When it comes to the attachments, there's a dough hook, whipping whisk, and a batter beater, and each of these is made of metal for durability and longevity. There's also a 2-piece plastic spout and shield, which is geniusly designed so you can use one or both of the pieces and they just slide together. Overall, the mixer is a fairly good size while still having a nominal footprint. It measures about 15 inches by 14 by 8.5 inches. This bowl is stainless steel and holds 5.3 quarts.
All the parts are dishwasher safe too for easy cleaning. Overall, the total package is pretty impressive. To test this mixer out, I decided to put it through some real-life kitchen paces. I made oatmeal chocolate chip cookies, shortbread cookies, I whipped meringue for a pie, and I made milk bread dough. Let's take a look.
The first thing I'm going to say is this mixer is so quiet, leaps and bounds quieter than my full-size KitchenAid, even on highest power. But the question is, will it still be powerful enough? Cookies can be tough on a mixer. The stiffer doughs take more power and torque, but the Kitchenin was able to manage it really well right to the end, and both my oatmeal and shortbread cookies came together amazingly well. I was really impressed. Next up, poppy seed meringue. Some mixers can struggle with meringue, particularly in small amounts and if their bowls are too shallow. I'm happy to report the Kitchenin was able to whip my egg whites into a foamy froth and then take it to the next level when I added hot sugar syrup to make a creamy Italian poppy seed meringue.
Onto the bread dough. My creamy and sticky milk bread dough is always a challenge. In my KitchenAid, it just never seems to come together very well, so I wasn't sure the Kitchenin here could do much better.
To my surprise, this mixer turned out the best milk bread dough I've ever made in my own kitchen. It came together perfectly and baked up a beautifully soft, pillowy, and pull-apart loaf. One of the other things with making milk bread is it needs to be kneaded for 10 straight minutes. The built-in timer on the Kitchenin was a dream for this. I was able to see at a glance that my bread dough was thoroughly mixed.
The speed offerings on this stand mixer are actually pretty good. There's a 400-watt motor with steel gears under the hood, and there seems to be enough differentiation between each of the steps of the speeds to give you useful adjustable power.
This mixer's lowest setting is also quite delicate, and you could very easily stir something without over mixing it. I actually really appreciated this low setting.
The speeds for the most part seemed broad enough and to get fast enough to handle everything I was doing. If there was a downside to this mixer, I do feel that it could use maybe a couple of slightly higher and faster settings, but like I say, I was more than able to manage with what's here.
On the topic of speeds, I will also note at some of its higher settings and when working with stiffer doughs, there is a bit of shake to the mixer, just enough to make it noticeable, but not so much it affects the stability. One other feature this mixer has worth pointing out is the universal mounting hub.
This universal power hub allows you to turn the stand mixer into other kitchen appliances using attachments like a pasta maker, veggie slicer, meat grinder, spiralizer, and a bunch more. Now, I didn't have any of these attachments available to me during my testing period, but I would love to try this out in the future. Overall, I've been really impressed with the power, speed, and quiet operation of this mixer. I also quite like the unique design, and I found it could handle the full gamut of cooking and baking tasks. The all-metal construction feels durable and strong. In short, this mixer easily holds up against a more expensive KitchenAid, in my opinion. Downsides? Guess the mixer could use at least one more high-speed option, but that's really more a wish than a must-have. And on its highest speed, there is a hint of shake in the mixer, but not enough to cause any problems. So I can definitely recommend the Kitchenin Stand Mixer to you for your kitchen. It sells for about $219 US, and you can get it from Amazon. If you want to read this review or reference any of what I've talked about here, head over to techgadgetscanada.com for a full write-up. There you can ask me any questions you have about this mixer. You can, of course, also post them here in comments below. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Erin. Until the next time, you can find me on either Twitter or Instagram. I'm at ErinLYYC. You can also always reach me on Facebook at facebook.com/techgadgetscanada.